Hello and welcome to the fourth devlog in my game development. Making this game in C and SDL. A lot's changed since the last update, which I think was about a month ago. Yeah, around about a month now. It's been a little while. I've been busy with the game. Mainly because I was trying to create a whole new renderer for the game to support shaders for lighting. So I had my the old branch. I had the OpenGL, which I was using GLEW, GLEW for. So I wrote the renderer from scratch to render every tile, and I wrote a way to render only the tiles that were visible on the viewport. And that was all working very well, except I wasn't quite getting the performance that I was expecting. And I concluded that was because I was drawing each tile individually in OpenGL. I was giving each one a VBO and a VAO. So then I thought, I'll do some I'll batch all of my tiles into one singular object, which worked great until I tried to apply my shaders onto it. And I had been working on it for about 3 weeks at this point, and I just wanted to get back to working on mechanics of the game, so I've benched that for now, and that remains on these two branches on my GitHub. And now I'm back to using the regular SDL renderer, except now I've told it to look through the GPU rather than the CPU, because it was all getting rendered in software. I can't remember if I put this in the last video, but I now have this UI renderer display. You can see here, I have an entity down here. It can detect if I'm mousing over a UI object. This is going to be good for when I come to building an interactive UI element. You might have noticed that there is now a day and night cycle in the game. That's really good. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. It all blends together very nicely, so you have dawn, day, dusk, and nighttime. This was why I wanted to implement lighting so soon. But I kind of want to play around with it, see what I can achieve with the SDL blending and masking. Maybe I can generate a light map on top and manipulate pixels manually. We'll see. I might just scrap lighting altogether because I don't really see how it can really contribute all too much to the game other than aesthetics. Something else I've done is I have put Discord integration in the game. So you can see the game here. We're on our island. It says the time of day. This is real time, so if we go back into the game and we keep an eye on it, when it goes from dawn to day, Discord updates. I just thought I'd do that. It was a fun little side thing that I got distracted with. What else have I done? Now the entity's pathfinding, so if I enable the navigation view here, it is all asynchronous. So it no longer clogs up the main thread. And I've also fixed a bug that was plaguing the game for a little while, where the sorting, so like let's say you had your entity here that all stood on top of each other here. But let's say you had an entity in front of the trees and then you put an entity behind the trees. They would render on top of the trees until they reached the end of the path, which was my solution because sorting every frame, well, every time they moved was heavy and would badly affect CPU frame rate. So yeah, I've moved that onto its own thread, so that's getting done separately, and that goes with the pathfinding itself. In terms of gameplay-wise and building, I have started working on actual building functionality, so there is a builder class. It's not currently plugged in because I haven't finished it yet. I'm working on an entity selector, so you can just left click an entity in the world. Oh, I've just spawned another one in to like bring up like information on it. You can mouse over them to like show like a health bar or something. Stuff like that to eventually now have some form of gameplay. You may have also noticed I have different font sizes for the font renderer. This is going to be good for displaying information, and also it is actually cut off within the frame. That was another feature that I wanted to get in there. Visually, nothing's really too different. It's just a lot of back-end stuff. I might go back to revisiting OpenGL shaders. Maybe not. It really depends on the use case. Because right now I can render all of these tiles at a nice 60 frames per second, whereas before I could render all of these at 60 frames per second. But then when I zoom out, it was like 45, and I'd been working on it for weeks at this point, and I was a little burnt out on it. But yeah, I believe that's everything I have to update on this time. And yeah, let's see you guys in the next one. If you like to keep track of this game, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Any what's the word I'm looking at? Any feedback would be nice. I'm not used to making devlogs. Yeah, thank you.